Mentionable. More mentionables. On a date. Here's some quick orders for Bachelor Dev. Mentionables are familiar. Key West. Especially things I've been reading about. God bless them. It's not easy posing in front of magazines. They deserve so much respect. Moving along. For a soldier, to a heart. One second. Soldier's prayer. Let's see here. Take a knee. Lord, I ask for courage. Courage to face and conquer my own fears. Courage to take me where others will not go. I ask for strength, Lord. Strength of body to protect others. Strength of spirit to lead others. I ask for dedication. Dedication to do my job, to do it well. Dedication to my country, Lord, to keep it safe. Give me, Lord, concern for those who trust me and compassion for those who need me. And please, Lord, through it all, be at my side. All that for you first saw. So I was in the middle of a desert somewhere, keeping peace and hope alive with your unit and your division. Read that poem. It helps. Being away from home, I know exactly how it feels. We're at long. Yeah, I can get up now. Happy Memorial Weekend. God bless everybody who ever served or served. Especially those who put their lives on the line every day, every night, keeping peace and hope alive around the world, regardless of where you come from, what race you are, what religion, how you talk, what language. It's about the human heart of keeping peace, faith, love, and hope alive, especially in the eyes of a child. Kids deserve so much love and so much knowledge. Without you, the parent, they wouldn't get very far, and especially when they look up to you for guidance, often giving you a hug. Because even tall people, strong people need reassurance. There's an important word other than love and friendship that you don't take for granted. Write that one down. Reassurance, as I spoke about in the last video. Assurance. Everybody needs a hug once in a while, even somebody who had a bad day. Started pouring. Some British guard all of a sudden forgot some. Gosh darn it. Trying not to talk and stand there holding his rifle. Trying to keep peace and hope alive in front of the front gate. God bless you, sir. It's not easy, especially when you got a little 4 or 5-year-old trying to make you laugh. And they're doing all kinds of little acts in front of his parents or her parents. Seeing if he'll break a smile. I'm doing little jumping jacks once in a while. Moving right along, I turned in a Courier. Having attended the 101st Airborne Division, Fort Campbell Command. There, Major General James C. McConnell, Command Sergeant Major Alonzo J. Smith, Command Sergeant Major Bauer had the opportunity of meeting personally. Senior enlisted advisors stand before a division-sized formation of the division parade field Wednesday during rehearsal for the pass in review ceremony on the field events in the 2014 Week of the Eagles celebration. Celebration honored Scream Eagles and Fort Campbell's past and present with emphasis on the service and sacrifice of Vietnam veterans. Now ain't that a beautiful photo? Look at that. I'll hold it up for you. That's the whole division of Fort Campbell. Alright. And it starts off by Sergeant William Bell, 30 372, second MAPAD. The sun may have been bright this morning, but it could not shine brighter than the pride of the 101st Airborne Division. As soldiers stood together on the division parade field to close out this year's Week of the Eagle celebration, the theme of the 2014 observance was remembering the 101st in Vietnam, building on the legacy of courage and strength that I personally attended, and other ceremonies gathered in the parade field. We're representing the representatives of the division's history, looking upon the soldiers that are division's present and future, building on the legacy created by the veterans in attendance. This ceremony has marked the closing of Week of the Eagles for more than 40 years, but the tradition is much older than the Army itself, originating in medieval times. Its purpose is to allow commanders to inspect troops' present awards, issue information according to TC 3-21-5. Politics can be. Chapter, carrying on. 11. Several thousand troops marched to their positions on the field to continue the custom that has been handed down through the centuries by the warriors that came before them. It is the legacy of the soldiers in continuing the tradition. The formal sound of beginning the ceremony was provided by the 101st Airborne Division Band, led by Sergeant First Class John Ellis. This parade also marks the last week of the Eagles observance under the command of Major General James C. McConville. The 44th Eagle 6 will leave as the longest-serving commander in the division's 72nd year history and pass the title to a new commander in June. God bless you, sir. Took the liberty of shaking hands with Vietnam veteran Mike Yancey, who served in the 101st in 1967 and 1968, was on hand as one of the distinguished visitors of the 101st Airborne Division. Has been one of the greatest parts of my life. He said, "It is an honor just to be here." The visitors were also treated to parachute jump by the 101st Parachute Demonstration Team as they received an explanation of the mission of the 101st Airborne Division. Sergeant Don Fitz of the 716th Military Police Battalion, Staff Sergeant Edward Sears landed exceptionally on the field to the sound of applause from the crowd. The history of the 101st was highlighted as McConville and Command Sergeant Major Alonzo J. Smith, along with a group of special guests, mounted 2 Humvees and to begin with an inspection of gathered troops standing proud and ready. When the inspection was complete, the colors from each battalion marched and centered upon the nation's color and beginning the presentation of awards. Charles R. Gant, who was one of the Vietnam veterans participating in the passing review ceremony, representing the 2nd Battalion, 502nd Infantry Regiment Strike Force, and was there to honor all soldiers of the 101st past and present. I will always be a Strike Force soldier, and I will always be a Screaming Eagle. Carrying right along. Veterans of Foreign Wars, Post 913 Hopkins will host the 11 a.m. ceremony that took place in Kentucky. Ceremony. Competitors were then checked, that took place already, to make sure they had everything they would need for the day. This was one of the short moments soldiers had to recuperate before the next event, the obstacle course. They go from one event to another, even to another event, said McBride. There is not a lot of time to rest your body or your mind, Your body has to prepare when you come here, because it's not. If not, you won't be able to conduct the obstacle course, the 12-mile foot march, or any other physically demanding event, McBride added. The competition was about more than just physical fitness. Competitors were tested for their memory of overwhelming taught to soldiers who go to tasks. This encountered for the next 3 events, the written exam, rappelling knowledge, and expecting sling loads. The written test was really tough, especially if it's been a long time since you've been out of air assault school, said First Lieutenant James Cromwell B. Company, 2nd Battalion, 506th Infantry Regiment, 3rd Brigade Combat Team, Executive Officer, and members of the 2nd Place Team. Competitors were more than taken for their aerial medical event. In the event, participant was tested from beginning to the end of casualty incident. Competitors had to access an injury call on a 9-line medical evacuation, load the 200-pound casualty onto a litter, and carry them 360 meters to a Black Hawk helicopter for simulated medevac. When our heart rate is up and our adrenaline is pumping because of our combat experience, we are able to focus on the specific skills and tasks that need to be done. So Captain Aaron Lax, 1st Squadron, 75th Cavalry Regiment, 2nd Brigade Combat Team Squadron, 5 support officer members of the 3rd Place Team. The final event, fast rope instruction system course, and those competitors donned full combat equipment and boarded a UH-16 model Black Hawk. They were then flown for approximately 3 minutes to an objective where they had fast roped down to a 180-pound litter. The team was then split, so one soldier would drag the litter 250 meters, and the other soldier would carry it the remaining 250 meters. And the other soldier would carry it the remaining 250 meters. Once the full 500 meters drag had been completed, the team had a 100-meter sprint where again they had to finish together. It's a great combination event. You had to start out very mentally engaged, and then all of a sudden you have to change gears and run. So Chroma does a great job at recreating combat, and I liked it a lot. It's a perfect way to have that last gut check. And Staff Sergeant James Tucker, Pathfinder Branch Chief Instructor at TSAAS. I'm really proud of all who came out. Tucker added, and it really speaks about themselves and their units. The winning team were as follows: 1st place, 1st Lieutenant Scott Upson and 1st Lieutenant Michael White, CE Company, 3rd Battalion, 170 Infantry Regiment, 3rd Brigade Combat Team, 2nd place, 1st Lieutenant James Cromwell, Company Hendricks of B Company, and 2nd Battalion, 506 Infantry Regiment, 3rd Brigade Combat Team. Say that 10 times backwards. 3rd place, Captain Kyle Payne and Captain Aaron Lax of 1st Squadron, 75th Cavalry Regiment, 2nd Brigade Combat Team. God bless you all who attended that ceremony last week. Carrying on, another fine book. Check that out. Parade review. Ceremony. Veterans on 1st Airborne Division and their distinguished individuals walk across the division parade field. During a passing review ceremony at the conclusion of the 24th week of the Eagles, the special guests were honored by 101st Division Fort Campbell Commander Major General James B. McCollum and his command team. Well, no, I spoke with you about health, ideally supporting the library. I thought I'd go to another passage. If you watch the Message of Faith, Hope, and Love, can't go wrong going to the library and supporting them. Now, for somebody who walks around with an iPad, I'm not sitting there saying, hey, look what I got, iPad here. When you get them in the library, put it away. Alright? Somebody hardcore supports the library. I'm trying to advertise a different way of supporting the library. The train is full unless you're needing a computer and you're trying to use the internet, what have you, it'll be alright. The train is full. Let me see here. I thought I'd read, continuing on, another passage thanks to courtesy of Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother. The selected letters, counting one's blessings, edited and with a preface by William Shaw Cross. 23rd April 1941 to Viscount Halifax, Buckingham Palace. My dear Lord Halifax, here is alas is the photograph that I promised to send you and do hope is one that you wanted. Cecilia Beaton is so busy photographing fighter pilots just off or just back that it was some weeks before I could procure the copies of this print. It seems rather pre-war, but rather refreshing to see Thule instead of Tweed. Everything seems to be going on much the same since you and Dorothy left us. We had a few black moments lately, but adversity seems to suit our people better than success. And the 2 recent inhumane attacks on London have stiffened people amazingly. This morning we sent down to East and West Ham, where the whole place is flat, and everywhere we stopped that people were magnificent. Words fail me. You know this spirit is unbeatable. It is self-sacrificing and noble. They are indeed true Christians. How I wish that people would not mix up Christianity and religion with a capital R. It is also there pretty ones to see living and true. I'm sure that you are sad as I am about Paul in Yugoslavia. I'm sure that he was afraid and perhaps weak, but with all his faults I would trust him before any of these politicians. He was always terrified of coup d'etat, as of course it would mean the disintegration of such uncomfortably sham country. I cannot imagine what they did not return Croatia to Hungary years ago. What a lot of trouble it would have saved them. The Prime Minister launched with us today. He seems well. Every time he goes to visit Dover or a blitz town, he takes a couple of Americans with him. They had to look at the devastation and face facts. Rather successful. We had some close shaves since you launched year before leaving the U.S. I mean, the Buckingham Palace had some close shaves as we were in Scotland when about nine bombs fell on the forecourt and demolished the garden entrance. The house is still standing, though. One of two ceilings have come down. Please, Dorothy, tell her to write me and tell me her news. I miss her very much, and we both miss you as well. But how important that you should be in Washington. I do hope that the feeling you are both doing a vital work for our country helps you in your exile. I know that your hearts are here and that your prayers are with us, as ours. With you ever sincerely, Elizabeth. God bless the Queen of England and everyone else. And Kate, Georgia, all of you. Much love.